Good morning, Western Slope. Happy Thursday. I'm Dalen Brazelton. Let's talk about your weather. Folks, can we just take a moment to appreciate this beautiful sunrise on America's Mattress Live Tower Cam? What an amazing start to the day that we are seeing here in the Grand Valley. This is going to be the case up until a little bit of smoke pushes into the region here. And then we're going to be seeing that wind really begin to increase throughout these morning hours and kind of push more of that in here. So that smoke in the valley could be clearing up hopefully this afternoon with about a 20% chance of some showers. But up in the meantime, we will start to see that begin to develop over the course of the morning, with those temperatures expected to reach the mid-90s once again. Now, we do have some interesting fire weather to talk about here. Moffett and Rio Blanco counties are seeing a red flag warning right now. This is going to be in effect until at least 8 p.m. for tonight. I want to remind everybody what a red flag warning consists of. It's high temperatures, high wind speeds, and low humidity. And let me tell you, folks, we are definitely expected to see all three of those things for today. So just be fire weather aware, especially if you're a little bit further up north, or maybe if you're a little bit closer to Utah, because fire weather is, of course, don't need to explain to you, a little bit higher at the moment right now. We're seeing those low humidity levels as well the further up we go. Battlement Mesa, however, seeing like 41%, Grand Junction, Glade Park closer to 30, and then Moab seeing in those upper 20s as far as humidity goes. We're waking up to 71 degrees in Grand Junction, Montrose Delta in those upper 50s with Paonia and Nucla on either side of the 60s. Glade Park seeing 70 degrees, and then Moab hanging out at 80 degrees once again to start the day here. Very warm over in Moab in the morning hours right now. We're going to be seeing those 90s a little bit later in the day here, pushing around that 11-12 hour, and then kind of pushing into the mid-90s for a little bit of the afternoon, and then reducing back down to some more manageable temperatures during those later afternoon hours. Cloud coverage expected to increase very slightly throughout the day as well, but we will be seeing clouds in some form or another all day long. Now, we saw this heat wave across the Midwest and further down south, and we're starting to see that break down and really start to go into some below average temperatures, especially as this monsoonal moisture continues to push that cooler air kind of into the region, which is definitely a welcome change. For that dog walking forecast, we got Baxter hanging out with us here, and this morning is shaping up to be a lovely one to take your best friend out for a walk. We got those mid-60s at 7 a.m., turning into those upper 70s, and then like I was talking about with those wind speeds, folks, 17-mile-an-hour wind speeds for 7 a.m. projected. It's going to die down a little bit throughout the day, though, which is going to be lovely, but you do want to keep in mind those gusty outflow winds. They're going to be kicking up some of that pollen here. Grasses, weeds, mold, all in that low category, but definitely still something to keep in mind. That mixing in with the smoke of the region, well, that might be a little bit harder to breathe outside, so just keep all that in mind here. Let's talk about the showers and when you can expect them. So these afternoon showers have a lot to do with radiational cooling. So the moment that it's not incredibly hot, that's when the atmosphere is like, okay, well, I'm just going to push all the rain out at once. So that's why we're seeing these isolated, very fast showers, and you're going to expect that maybe around 4 o'clock today. So just something to keep in mind that if we do see that, it's about a 20% chance of those showers this afternoon. Taking a look at that Discovery Auto Group 7-day forecast, smoke in the sky for the next couple of days here, and then things expected to hopefully clear up by this weekend. Montrose slightly cooler, hanging out in those upper 80s for the next couple of days. A little bit higher of a chance to see some showers and thunderstorms, and that should hopefully keep things a little bit clearer.